last episode of Girls Band Cry, it was not the final episode, and Nina found out that her band's first song isn't an instant hit. It's not an instant smash, unfortunately. And, I don't know, again, how long has it been? Has it been a day? Has it been only an hour since the stream started and there's only 100 plays? Who knows? Who knows? But we'll just have to see how this episode wraps up the series. Full links are on Patreon and early access in the YouTube membership. Other than that, let us get started. Oh, back at school again. Oh, this is Hina. You're serious about helping her? For sure. She ain't done nothing to them. To bully someone, saying they looked at you weird enough. Oh, okay, hold on. God, they're just out here fucking talking in an accent. I'm just like, what? She ain't done nothing to them. Don't need much of a reason to bully someone, saying they looked at you weird enough. Looked at you weird is enough! Okay! Ya know? Silently praying for help. There was no one else around. Help her all you want, but I ain't backing you up, Nina. I can't not hear a fucking Southern accent. You're gonna be down the line. So that's the cause of the bullying. Just leave her, yeah. Doing good is doing evil. Okay, so that's where their friendship shattered and why she got bullied. Oh, and you overslept? RIP. In a sense, okay? In a sense, I get where Hina's coming from. Sometimes you gotta preserve yourself over others, and that you shouldn't get into other people's business. But, like, Hina's also, like, would be a prime example of a bystander effect, you know? Not my problem, so I'm gonna fucking walk out. And, like, one person being a bystander is one thing, but the bystander effect often affects the entire crowd, right? And so just having that one person coming out and actually helping, right, will cause everybody else who's standing by to actually want to take a step in. Unless they're just so fucking shitty. Because there are some situations where, like, having a bystander come in and help you, does not help you at all. So, like, yeah, anyways, where the fuck am I going with this? Anyways, all I'm saying is that I get where Hina's coming from, because, like, I know that that's something that my brother, my family would, like, kind of does that, where it's just like, we're gonna preserve ourselves over other people, to which, like, I guess is not very fucking Catholic of them, don't you think? Not even half of our projection. Gain subscribers without views. Damn, she got the line of stress right there. The crux of the issue is that your exposure and popularity are in fact growing. The numbers are looking good in the searches out here in Google Trends. It should be getting plays, but you're saying it isn't. It's our fault. Give me a few days. Alright, for some better marketing. But the song isn't. The song sucks. Just because you think that it's a good song doesn't mean that it'll hit with the people. Yep. The number bias, dude. The number bias. People will flock towards videos or songs that has a lot of views because they wonder why it has a lot of views. And then they'll see videos that doesn't have a lot of views and they're like, oh, people probably don't like that, so I'm not gonna watch it. Oh, a let's play. She just said exactly what I was saying. Pick the fight. Ah. No, once you... Oh, shit. Got the Diamond Dust fans out here fighting. Picking a fight. I'm like, it's... Wait, so like, they just assume that it's fucking TogeToge? That's the one that's like choosing the battle of the bands? Ooh. Oh, Hina. Oh, trying to slide into your DMs. Slide into your DMs? Are you pressing X? I'm gonna refuse, yeah. Oh, we're gonna meet up with her? The confusion I'm sure you have. Specifically, just happens to be. Yeah, this happens to be. Yeah, half right. Oh, came to our agency asking for help. Stomping away. Whoo, whoo! I felt a little bit of anger just riling up. All I could think in my head was, I'm gonna commit violence to you. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, yeah, she knows about that. Yeah, you try to get the audience over to you. Yeah, but doesn't fucking matter because, like, eventually you will have fans who will intercept with each other with the two bands, right? Well, maybe you shouldn't have accepted it then, huh? Nina? Turns out reality says otherwise. Mm-hmm. Wait, you're over here saying we've been making merch thinking it's... Okay, I thought you said it'd be free. For a second. Advertising isn't free either? It's called social fucking media! What the fuck are you talking about? That whole shit is free! You just need a fucking social media better. Although, unless you guys are using, like, Google ads or something, you know? But then again, why would you even fucking be advertising your merch now that I think about it? Damage control? For writing a shitty song. Sag. Oh. We're just would propose this on their own. Because it's Hina. I mean, I agree with that. Oh shit. Just starts. Whoa! Whoa! Ouch. Hey, yo, somebody got those lyrics written down? You deserved it. Act the victim when it blows up. It hurts people both ways. I mean, okay, there's that possibility that she does that, which, I mean, I can kind of... I don't know, but, like, also at the same time, I'm just like, are you victim blaming? She live? Hey, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. Told me to apologize. She said they'd leave me alone. She was being forced into it, yeah. Not particularly. You absolutely made mistakes. Oh shit, Tomo! I think that's what won me over, of course. But Maybe that's why Hina says you're half right, right? She says, Hina says you're half right, but then she doesn't say like what's the point that she's right on. You know, she only talks about the point where she was wrong. So it's, or half wrong, I guess, somewhere around that what she said. I don't know why I'm holding this, I'm not writing anything. But like at the same time, right, the decision that Nina has done would have not led her to TogeToge in the first place, right? So. Oh. Ooh. Ew, hugs! Wait a minute. The fuck, dog? Tomo's out here like, hey, hugging ain't my thing, but like, I swear Rupa hugged you like last episode, or the episode before. Anyways. Wait, no, you hugged her. Alright, now you know. Yeah, gotta be expected. Oh, that's why they're here. You pulled them all together. Them doing us a favor. That's right. We'll do it on our own. Damn, they're leaving Golden Art. Dude, how long has it been? 2 months? 10 years from now? Oh, shit. Oh, remembers his name. Yeah, you flipped them off. One beer only? Alright, I'll get the biggest jug. So they're terminating their contract with Golden Archer. Obviously, they're still gonna be doing this, but like, actually, I don't know where my thoughts was going. I got distracted. What do you expect? We're on a soap opera. It's Grandma Detective. There's been more comments. Why not? Alright, let's see. Why are people flaming them so hard? Oh, got people supporting. Hell yeah, dude. See, look, you reach across those people, you'll get some hardcore fans. Ooh. Yeah, the thing that she was playing. Oh, playing on stage? So like, just like, you know, like the melody part, or like, you know, like a guitar solo? I would presume Momoka's still doing the guitar solo. He was just fucking getting her, dude. Major look. You'd be stubborn about it. Final boss vibes. Ooh. Hey, I mean. It's a comedy show out here, dude. You just see Hina standing there. It all led you to here. Oh. Y'all both love Diamond Dust. Y'all got poor taste. What are you, a tsundere? Wow. Was that the song that that they wrote? I assume that was the song that they made for this is the song that they made for the to be released. And this is the one that like not a lot of people found interest in it. Because if that's the case, understandable. I get why people don't want to fucking listen to it. What a lackluster song, dude. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Didn't want to. You know, there is something wrong with me right now. I think I came out on the wrong side of the bed. That or my dear friend Nogotan, the episode 12, did affect me after all. But I genuinely do think that song is like, whatever. It's like, like, and it's like, oh, this is a song that you guys ended with? Very, I'm not a person who likes to say mid. So like, I think lackluster is a much more, but in the end, you know, I guess they, Nina and Hina kind of came to a bit of a, or Nina came to a bit of a realization that, you know, oh, me and Hina, we both were touched by diamond dust, just in two different paths and all that. Wow, good stuff. Okay, we'll just go right back to the center and we'll talk about it. Alright, so that was the final episode of Girls Band Cry. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was, it was a good finale. I believe so. It was a fine finale. I think so. We've got Togenashi, Togeari quitting Golden Archer Inc., going independent. I kind of felt like they should have done that in the first place. You know, again, social media is out here. It's a lot that you can do, you know, once you get like somebody who can become really social media savvy. I feel like that would be Subaru, honestly. she'd be good if she just started making fucking shorts, I feel like, anyways. To be honest, like, if they're going independent, they're gonna have to start using names that they are associated with. They should be doing that. That's how you will garner more people, get more attention, and also just to really showcase to you that, hey, we've got experience and we do have some name to us, right? So for Momoka, right? She was from Diamond Dust. That can bring some people from Diamond Dust who don't like the original, who likes the original sound, might still like the current sound, but, you know, crave that original sound and all that, you know, that could get them in there. Rupa and Tomo, they're from Betty Shoga, which, you know, was popular, and like, you could literally put that in. It's like, hey, we were from Betty Shoga. This is how you introduce yourself for the time being, until Togenashi Togeari gets like its own name to for you to be able to just leverage that name instead of having to leverage the older names, right? And even for Subaru, she's just like, hey, did you know my grandmother is, I will tell you, probably have to ask her first, but you know, who knows, right? And like, if you can get that can get people who be like, wow, I didn't know that Tendo has a granddaughter and she plays songs, you know, that could garner some people's interest as well. You know, it's sometimes you really just gotta pull in the names of other people, even if you don't want to. But if you're going independent, you might as well try to get everything that you can. But in this episode, we did get a bit more focus on Hina and showcasing why Nina and Hina stopped talking to each other. Here in this moment, right in the beginning of them talking to each other about how Nina sees this girl being bullied and that she wants to go and help this girl, right? She's just like this. She was praying. She was looking at us. She wants us to help. And Hina's just like, well, yeah, there was nobody else in the fucking room. Who else would she be looking at? I'm just like, you know what? Understandable, Hina. Yeah, especially with what Nina talks about after all this stuff. But anyways, here, Nina wants to help the bully. Sorry, not to help the bully. She wants to help the girl who's getting bullied. And Hina is against that idea. And she's just like, hey, you're gonna get bullied yourself. And like, if you're gonna fucking do this, BT dubs, I'm not gonna help you. I'm not backing you up on this. And you know what? At that point, I'm just kind of like, were you guys really friends? That's all I'm gonna say. Were you guys really? Look, if I got friends, I want this friend to support me at least 90% of the way through, alright? I don't expect 100%, alright? But I, at the very least, need someone with a moral enough to be like, all right, fine, I'll help you. I might not agree with it, but you're my friend. I love you. I'm gonna support you through this. Although I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't be in Nina's situation. If I see somebody get bullied, I wouldn't be the one who goes and be like, we need to help that person. Cause like as much as I hate it, I am more of a Hina side where I'm just like self-preservation, you know. But I do have friends who probably would be like, we need to go in and stop them and all that, and I'd probably be like, well, shit, I didn't want to be a part of this, but if that's what you want to do, I gotta fucking, you know, I'm gonna support you in your endeavors. You know, if you want to go get into a fucking fight, fuck it, dude. You know, that's why I brought all these things with me, so like, alright, fine, you know. I'll come in there for support at the very least. But as we've seen with this shitty fucking school, the teachers don't give a shit. The principal is an asshole, just out here fucking giving the bully the leeway. No wonder the fucking bullies are out here bullying people, because the fucking school faculty don't fucking do anything. They literally have the power, and I feel like that's usually how it is in school. The bullies just get all the fucking power, and they just continue bullying people without repercussion, because the teachers and the staff aren't fucking adults. Nina's over here like, well, what happened to this girl? And Hina's just like, oh, she either sets herself straight, quits coming to school, or the teacher will wise up and rein him in, which the teacher's never wised up. So like, when you have no support group, am I right? But yeah, Hina, I mean, she is kind of thinking it in a, I don't think a pessimistic, she's thinking of it more of like a realist way, right? And Nina is much more of an idealist. And unfortunately, I am much more on the side of thinking of Hina, as much as I hate it. I agree with her point more. I don't agree with her going about and be like, you see, Nina? You see? This is their decision. You done wrong, Nina. Like, you probably shouldn't be saying that to a bully victim. All right, nobody deserves to be bullied. And it's all like, you don't fucking go to a bullied victim and be like, oh, you've made the wrong decision. Like, it's not what you're gonna say to that girl. It's like, oh, you shouldn't have called them weird. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, you know, like, treating bullies like a fucking pack of wild wolves, you know? You shouldn't be walking around with meat on you. So Nina talks to her band about it, right? Why she, after she had, you know, her emotional burst and everything, and playing her guitar, well, playing Momoka's guitar technically, but a lot better than how she did it at the festival. After that whole emotional burst and her saying like, no, I refuse to accept it, right? And they finally get the full story, and Nina talks about, I can't remember who, was it Tomo, Rupa, or Subaru, or whatever, who asked like, what happened to the girl who got bullied? And Nina's just like, oh, you know, she actually joined the bullying, she started bullying me. I was just like, yo, what a fucking shitty situation right there. And like, the fact that the girl goes to talk to her in private, it's like, oh, I just need to apologize to them, and, you know, maybe they'll stop bullying you, and I don't have to bully you anymore. And it's an understandable reaction from the girl who got bullied, because even though Nina comes in to try to be the rescuer, you know, Hina kind of goes and says like, oh, you're coming in here acting like the hero, but then when things goes wrong, you suddenly become the victim. Nina comes in trying to help this girl, but like, it didn't really do all that well, right? So like, the bullies just started bullying Nina, and that girl, I would presume, right, she wouldn't want to take Nina's side because she doesn't want to continue to get bullied, and so if she joins the bully instead, totally fine, you know? That's totally fine. That's just what happens. Like, it's better to be the bully than to be bullied. And like, it's an infuriating decision, and I hope she regrets it, but it's an understandable decision, right? You either go with the crowd, or you're going to, or it's a thing that's said, right? You either stay in line, or if you stick out, the nail that sticks out will get hammered down. And that's basically Nina. And again, not very good for Nina to like get bullied, and then the teachers don't help her. The staff faculty, the school faculty doesn't help her. Her own friend doesn't help her. In fact, her friend just goes and says, "You fucking deserve it. That's what you get for making this fucking choice." Understandable, Nina. I'd fucking quit out of school too. Okay, so she was like, I was able to stay strong because of Momoka's song, and she says, I'd often talked about that with Hina, and she remembers that she would listen to Diamond Dust with Hina. Okay. Hina loved them too. And Hina's just over here fucking dressed in her turtleneck and everything. What are you? Anyway, something like that. Maybe Nina and Hina could somewhat bury the hatchet. It'll still stick out a little bit, but honestly, if I was Nina, I'd be like, alright, you know, I still won't admit that I was wrong. And we can continue on without much discretion, without much animosity between us and whatever, you know? But we'll never be friends again. It's just, we're going our separate ways, right? We'll never be friends again. And like, I'd totally be fine with that. I don't know why I'm talking about this, like, we're gonna have like a next episode or something. The future. I didn't join Diamond Dust specifically to spite you. Yeah, it just happened to get with Diamond Dust. That was after we stopped talking, after you stopped coming to school. So, you're here to brag? To say things went the way they did because I didn't listen to you? That if I'd listened to you, none of this would have happened? Correct. Or rather, you're half right. Yeah, you're half right. Again, like, if Nina didn't do all of this, she would have never gone and met Togeati. She met her band, right? And met her true friends out here. Unlike Hina. Stop being stubborn. Admit it. I was in the wrong. You were right, Hina. I should have listened to you. You know, doesn't really matter at this point. Like, the past is in the past, you know? No need to bring it back up. And so, she's just out here. You were gonna lay the truth bare and be proud of it, right? That's what Hina says. If you admit you were wrong, I'll always give you a hand. If you admit that you were wrong, I'll always give you a hand. Why? I mean... God, this scene just makes me so infuriated. But hey, you know, that's exactly what Nina feels in this situation, you know? She's out, she's leaving, paying her the money too. She's stomping off. So she goes to meet up with the band, and they talk about the proposal that Miyoda gave to Diamond Dust, right? She bowed her head to Diamond Dust, telling them, please, we need your help, please, please. And the whole group is, you know, for it, for the most part, because, like, it's a fair chance now, at the very least. But Nina is against this because, hey, they're gonna be doing us a favor and we don't want to owe them anything, especially not to Hina. Ooh, why I oughta. And of course, the band's just like, oh man, Nina's back up to it again, you know? And then she's just out here grabbing the guitar and starts playing, crying and fucking talking about this whole thing fucking sucks. And that ends up leading us to, wait, hold on. Yeah, this ends up leading us to the shrine area where she talks about the whole story. But I do want to see this whole part again. They do this to you? Didn't I make myself clear? I ain't gonna back you up. You dead against what I did. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Y'all know every time I talk to you, I get to thinking. You go on a crusade about justice, then act the victim when it blows up. Can you, give us more examples, Hina? Thank you. And hurt people both ways. At this point, aren't you the bad guy here? Hina says, hurt people both ways. So does that mean that you're saying that you're hurt? That Nina is getting bullied and not you? Because she didn't listen to you? Alright, that's it. That's it. Oh, I oughta. Yo, like, she says that. I'm like, okay, like, are you using this example where she says she's going on to, on this crusade? And now, who is Nina hurting exactly, right? Hurting people both ways. Who is she hurting exactly? Her parents? I don't think her parents gave a shit at the time. I mean, they told her to shut the fuck up, right? Like, I just realized, not even the teachers, the school, and her family, and her friend. It's a lot of people are against Nina during that time. A very strong girl. But then also the fact that, like, Nina at the time had talked to her sister Tsundere about the fact that she had thought that, you know, she didn't want to live. And the reason why she continues on is because of the song from Diamond Dust. And it's, and you know, just thinking about that even more really fucking pisses me off, because like, what was Hina gonna fucking do if Nina wasn't this fucking strong and she just actually ends up killing herself? You know, I wish Hina's just gonna be like, should have listened to what I should have said. You know, like, what the fuck, dude? Dude, this comment of like it hurts people both ways really fucking grinds my gear, dude. Hurts people both ways? Really grinds. Yeah, I'm sorry that the fucking bullies got hurt too. God, I haven't felt this feeling since 3 weeks ago. Is it 3 weeks ago? Or is it 2 weeks ago? Anyways, if you guys ever wonder if I get really mad, I'm the type of person, when I get really mad, I start crying, so I'm so fucking pissed off. Damn you, Hina! Ooh! At this point, aren't you the bad guy here? Not the bullies? The bullies aren't the bad guys? What the fuck is... Alright. I need to get out of the scene. I need to get out. So Tomo hearing that, she's just like, no matter how you look at it, Hina was right, right? And Tomo looking at this from a third party perspective, right? Thinking about like, oh, because you didn't listen to Hina, you ended up getting bullied, and then the girl that you were supposed to help didn't even thank you anything. She just started bullying you instead. Like, oh, maybe Hina was right after all. And it's, you know, you from the third party's perspective, understandable. You know, I understand why Tomo would say that. I mean, Tomo does feel like she does think somewhat similar to Hina, but she does end up saying, despite, you know, maybe Hina being right, you pushing through this anyways is the reason why I like you, right? Why I like your singing and all that. So everybody gives Miura a smile, you know, even Tomo, which is kind of freaky, I'll be honest. But they give her the termination notice. Hey, thank you for letting us be here in this band. Sorry, in this agency for the past 2 months or something. Anyways, we're quitting. See you later. I do find that very funny. You know, hopefully, it's not in your contracts that, like, you have to be there for at least 6 months or something. Hopefully, that's not the case. I do like Miura. Miura is just like, you know, I felt a little teary during this time, too. I'm just like, wow, this is really sad for me for some reason. I was getting a little bit tears welling up. But Miura really likes them, right? She likes them for their character, not for what they have. And she was willing to do a lot, and like, so like even the fact that she was willing to bow her head to Diamond Dust in order to ask for their help. They didn't want her to do that, and also they don't want to get stifled in their music and all that jazz. I love that they asked, like, we'd like to know how much this event costs, right? Can't give you a time frame, but we'll pay it all back. But Miura is just out here like, no, you know, like, you I'll figure this out for you guys. You know, you guys hopefully don't have to pay for this whole thing. And I'm just like, wow. Again, Miura is very nice. She tried her best as a manager, and it didn't work, unfortunately. But hey, at the very least, you know, she'll still the band is still gonna continue going, and she will have her favorite band. Hopefully, it will continue to go up and up from here. You know. And then Nakata's just will be like, oh, you're quitting? You don't like my music? But I also love, he's just like, if you're still active 10 years from now, just call me. I'll work for you. I'll work for you free of charge. Damn, dude, 10 years from now? My god. Oh my god. Is that a TogeToge merch? Or does this say Toei, actually, now that I think about it? I don't know. They're wearing their Betty Shoga stuff. Very fun. You know, it's still an alright audience, you know, for the most part. It's not even half, but better than, you know, 2 or 3 people, or 10, you know, it's like, sometimes you gotta take the W's. Or the L's in this case. Damn, dude, where did the rest of Diamond Dust come in, dude? She was just here by herself, and then suddenly they appeared on her side during the song and everything. Why the fuck does Hina just look down like she's a wise sensei or so? when Nina realizes, oh yeah, we both love Diamond Dust. Wow. Does that wipe everything else out? You know what? Okay, I said I need to stop talking about this. And then we have this song where I'm just kind of like, it's alright. You know, it actually sounds rather poppy when I think about it. Hold on. She will be like, wow. And then she sees the band. Oh, she winked at her. So she's just like, huh. Pouty face out here, dude. She's a tsundere. But hey, you know what? I have it in my clause. Alright, I have written in my contract, this invisible contract that I have, that if you are a tsundere, all sins are forgiven. And I would like to say, I am undetermined on whether Hina is a tsundere or not. Alright? Alright? We don't know about it yet. So her sins are not forgiven! Ooh, that's the final episode. Togenashi Togeari is going their separate ways with Golden Archer, going independent out there. I've already talked about what they should be doing if they're going independent. If there's a mythical season 2 or something, you know, I guess I'd probably watch it or something. I don't know. But let me get into my overall thoughts on this series as a whole, right? Overall thoughts on the series as a what a redundant sentence. Anyways, I think that this anime was good. I really enjoy the blend of 3D and 2D. I think that the 3D models that they've made for this is really enjoyable, and it gives it it basically gives it a big it stands out, right, from other anime, and especially when it comes to 3D, where, you know, if you ever seen like one of those first 3D anime that comes out, dude, those were not good, alright? The 3D models, they were garbage. But these 3D models, they showcase a lot of emotions, and I really enjoy it, and, like, you know, again, they blend it in with the 2D characters as well, and you can kind of see what they would look like in 2D, but again, right, they do stand out a lot more, and I think because with the 3D, they are a lot more fluid in their motions and even in their expressions, which I really enjoy, right? This show can be an emotional show. I do enjoy all the instrumental backgrounds that they have. I still can't figure out exactly whether, like, the instrumentals were only starting in the beginning, right, with guitars, because it was Momoka, and then when Subaru comes, we start hearing drums, and then once Rupa and Tomo comes is when we start hearing the piano and the I actually don't even know if we hear the bass in the for the background music or not. I continue to be fucking, you know, I don't even know if I fucking heard the bass in this song, in this final episode. I can't, the bass, I'm blind, I'm deaf, sorry, I'm deaf to the bass right now. I feel like if that was the case in, like, the music progression in the background song, that was, like, really cool, and I really enjoyed that. If not, and, like, if we heard some pianos at some point, because, like, I know there's that song, like, right? So that's the fucking opening, but, like, they'll have, like, a piano rendition of that. I can't remember if they played that song sometimes before Tomo came in and we had, like, the guitar version of that. I can't remember. It's been so long. I'm just gonna go for the assumption that I did hear a piano in the beginning of this series before, and I just didn't really pay attention to it until somebody tells me otherwise. But the story of Nina, very emotional, right? Emotionally jam-packed. I really enjoyed her episodes. I do enjoy her character, even if she can be frustrating to some. You know, her reaction and everything, right? Basically being filled with spite and fighting against what she feels is an unjust world, which, I mean, the world is unjust, unfortunately, and she is just, you know, tossing her anger out but then eventually she finds that she can do that through song, right? And overall, I really enjoyed. I love that she was able to tie she's able to tie the knot with her family, you know, and hopefully they'll be able to continue healing afterwards, after all of this. Again, I still kind of go for, you probably shouldn't try to be friends with Hina again. Just bury the hatchet and just be like, all right, that's it. We're never gonna be friends, and that's okay, you know. Momoka, I had a bit more problems with Momoka than I did with Nina. Simply because of the way that Momoka gets very dismissive. It's all the way before the confrontation episode, where Momoka ends up becoming 100% into the band. But like Momoka stuff, I understand why she is like that, and it's, you know, understandable why she is like that. But other than that, I don't really have too much to say about Momoka, honestly. Subaru, she is the glue of the group, especially in the beginning with only Nina and Momoka. Those two would continue to fucking split and go back, dude, but like Subaru is here. And good for her, honestly. Because Subaru feels like the more level-headed of the group, especially at the time with just Nina and Momoka. I enjoy her character, and I'm not super sure if I would say she's my favorite. I mean, I would thought that initially she would be my favorite, but her storyline is, well, it was there, you know. We had episode 4 with her and her grandma. It's just basically her wanting to tell her grandma that she's not going to continue acting and she's just gonna go into the band stuff and all that. But that got stifled by Nina. But it went back last episode, right, where she finally told her grandma about it, and then her grandma went to watch her play, and so like her grandma seems happy that she's pursuing her own passion. So good for her. We had Rupa and Tomo, who are often side by side with each other. You know, they're much more of a pair. You can even see the way that they did that in the opening. So Rupa, she lost her parents when she was working because she thought that she could talk to them at the time, and you know, she just decided to work through it instead. And because of that, she goes and she uses that card, dude. She uses that card on Tomo and on Nina. Goddamn, dude. It's a powerful card, again. But we also know why she cut her hair, right? It's that feeling of loss. Yeah, it's so I was initially thinking about it, but then they showed it here in this final episode, I believe, right? Where she cuts her hair, and there was like a picture of her mom and dad, everything. So it's that whole idea of you've lost something, so you're gonna cut your hair in order to showcase your loss. And then we have Tomo, who although I feel like Rupa's storyline kind of gets shown through the songs more than it does through her, but we still get that small tidbit, right, of on why she has this mask essentially on her. And the more we get more story from Tomo and like how of like her band and how the band quit, right? How Tomo and Rupa, well, not how Tomo and Rupa initially met, but just like they met each other through the internet and through the band, and Tomo, Rupa decided to just take Tomo in because, well, Tomo just burned the bridge with her family, right? And like Tomo was talking about how like she left because she saw her mom kissing a random man, and so she's just like, yep, I'm out of here, see you later, mother. I believe that was the case, right? She burned that bridge. But again, Rupa's desire, like, hey, at least your mother's still alive. You can still talk to her. Good for her, you know? So, yeah. You know, in the end, I don't even know if I have a favorite character. Because, I mean, I do like Tomo. I mean, she is a tsundere, so, like, she technically should be, by default, my favorite character. But I guess but then it's, I wanted more out of her, but I think I wanted more out of Rupa. And, like, I think we've got the things that we've got out of Tomo. Yeah, I think in the end, I actually don't have a favorite character in this series. I kind of like them all equally, some a little bit less, but still all equally. If you round up the percentage. I did make mention before the confrontation episode with Nina and Momoka, where it just kind of felt like they had the same problem and they just kept picking at it throughout the whole thing, and I was getting a little bit tired of it. But I understand that, you know, when it comes to certain problems, you can't just fix it immediately, and it's just gonna eventually come back up over and over. It's kind of like Nina, like, she was all, like, into this whole band thing with Momoka, but then Momoka's just like, alright, we're gonna do the whole band thing, right? Nina's like, what the fuck? I gotta study the shit! So, but like overall, it's just kind of like, wow, this band's just constantly on the brink, huh? Until it's not on the brink anymore. Other than them using that whole thing, like, I get it that, again, God, I'm just repeating myself, I'm a broken record. It's to show that, you know, it takes time for the wound to heal, and sometimes it opens right back up, but for a story sense, for a storyline sense, it got a little tedious for me. It got a little repetitive for me, but I think that confrontation episode certainly made it up, and if I were to rewatch it, knowing that the confrontation episode happened, you know, I might be able to just swallow it and just be like, okay, you know, this is how the storyline goes. Oh yeah, I do enjoy, like, the whole thing with Momoka and Diamond Dust, right? That, like, Diamond Dust, you know, they don't hate her or anything, but they do want to tell her that, hey, we made the right decision, alright? And so Momoka's just like, well, I made the right decision too! So, it's that whole thing and how Nina sees it as well, right? I didn't make the wrong decision. I made the right decision. Well, Hina's just like, no, you're wrong. Goddamn, dude. They, you know, I kind of wanted to see a good side to Hina and just be like, oh, maybe she's not all that bad. But dude, this fucking episode just fucking just down there, dude. Alright, I need to stop talking about that. I keep saying that. I keep coming back. You know that whole thing about how your anger typically only lasts about 90 seconds? And after that, it's your own fault that you keep bringing it back up? That's me right now. I think that this show was an enjoyable experience, but in terms of discussions and what I want to talk about, I don't really have too much to say about it. You know, I mean, certain episodes, like episode 10, I have a lot of stuff to say, but other than that, you know, I do find like this is kind of a series where I just watch it and then I just be like, okay, haha, and that's it, and then I just move on with my life, you know, like that's kind of how I feel about it. Obviously, there's like that underlying feeling of like songs save you. And I do like that idea. Because I do feel like when I lived in the old house and having a lot more people in the household and a lot of there were a lot of fightings that I hear a lot in my childhood. Just uncles just fucking fighting with each other. And just arguing and shit, and you can hear it through the walls. Music saved me a lot on those situations where, you know, I would just put on headphones, I'd put on earphones or whatever, and I'd just listen to music in order to drown all that loud noise out and just listen to music instead, you know? And so I totally get on how music can save you in certain times like those. But at the same time, as I kind of grow up, I started to realize that music has also hindered me, because it does not help with my unfortunate problem with daydreaming. Because once I listen to songs, I just start listening to the songs and I don't do anything else, because I just daydream and I listen to songs for like, I can listen to it for like fucking hours when I was a kid. And like as I started growing up, I'm just like, oh, I don't have all these time anymore, and I just kind of wasted it listening to music and daydreaming. And so I unfortunately I don't listen to music as much as I like anymore, because it kind of just gets me into that daydreaming mode, and I already have a big problem of that when I don't listen to music. So I guess that's why that whole feeling of girls band crying, like the whole like the music saved me, doesn't really hit me as much anymore. I feel like if I was younger and I was watching girls band cry, I feel like that message would definitely hit me a whole lot more. But nowadays, music is just, unfortunately, music, I still listen to music, I still add songs into my music playlist, but I don't listen to it as much anymore, because it's just, an unfortunate thing. It just takes me out of this world, and I, unfortunately, as an adult, want to be a part of this world. Ugh, disgusting. How is it that as a kid I wanted to be out of this world, but now I'm older, I'm just like, oh, even though I hate it here, I guess I want to be here. Sucks, dude, sucks. You know, this whole thing about them being in a band and all that, I feel like this is also like a bias because I listened to it a lot now. I mean, I say listen to a lot, but I'm talking about the opening. Like, the opening is like, it got to me and I'm just like, you know, I think this is a bop. I think it's a bop. And so like all the other songs that they've made, that they played in here, it's like, it's whatever. Doesn't really stand out to me as much. But again, I think it's also from like biasy because I've listened to the opening every time I watch the episode, so I hear that song a whole lot more. And then I also really like the different renditions that they have, especially that piano rendition that they have for it. I really enjoy it. But yeah, all the other songs that they played, even from like last episode, yeah, episode 11. Where they were at the festival and all that, even though they had like that great breakdown, I was still kind of like, it's whatever, you know, it's okay. And especially like this song from this final episode, again, not a big fan of that song. There you go. If you enjoy that song, I think that's fine. It's Nina Says. You have poor taste. Sorry. Don't worry, I also have poor taste, so. Yeah, you can always just check out my playlist and you can see how trash my taste is. anyways, I appreciate you if you watched through this whole entire thing, and I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna head out now. So bye, I guess.